Okay guys, today's video, it's gonna be a workout with a really good friend of mine. His name's Deontrai Campbell. He's an IFBB Pro Classic Physique competitor. He's also a top 10 Olympian. He's been gracious enough to come over and train, and we're just gonna get after it. He's clearly the best at what he does in the world. I try to be around those types of people. You know, if you wanna be the best, you need to be around the best. So yeah, he's gonna come over. I'll give him a more formal introduction when he gets here. But yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Welcome to the weekly tea. Look, I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and I'm cool with that.
Good morning, this is Tyler. Hey man, I'm just about to call you. I got those signatures back at 9:57, so as soon as I'm done with this, bro, I'll send it over right away. Yeah, let your clients know they got it. I'll get it switched over to pending, and we'll get it going. Hey, thanks for bringing such a great offer, man. Have a great weekend. All right, bye. Sorry about that, guys. Work doesn't stop. I work every day, Monday to Monday. But anyways, like I was saying, we've got a special guest today. He's a good friend of mine, and client now. But he's very well accomplished. I'm super blessed to have him in my life, and he's one of the best in the world at what he does. And he's taking the time to kick it with us and train with us today. And I thought it would be cool to invite him over and just give you some insight on how he's built the physique that he has, and just show you what exercises he does and just his overall mindset. So with no further, I guess anything else to say, Deontrai Campbell.
What's going on, guys? Deontrai Campbell here, IFBB Pro. Excited to train with Tyler today, and his amazing jump that he has. I remember when he was first setting it up, and then it was all dust and little stuff, and I got to check it out then. But man, it's amazing to see how far he's come. So we're gonna hit some back and hamstrings today, so you guys do a nice workout with us, show you a little bit of how I like to train, what I like to do. We are 9 weeks and 6 days out from the Arnold Classic, first time ever being invited. Only 10 in my class has been invited, and I'm one of them. So super dope to be able to do that as well. So yeah, follow along, pay attention, don't miss anything. Hopefully you guys get motivated and pumped up to start something too.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Right on.
So pre-workout supplementation, are you sitting on anything? Did you take anything before you came over?
Yeah, so actually I took something before I came. I'm doing a non-stem. I did a non-stem today. Thank you, I appreciate that. He's flirting with me, man. I like that. I did a non-stem, and I actually did coffee. Okay. So because my I'm trying not to overload the caffeine.
You're towards the beginning of your prep, right?
Still, yeah.
You probably, as you get tired, you probably up that.
Oh yeah, up it. But I'm before my fasted cardio, like this morning, I take this thermogenics, and they're great. They're great. It has caffeine, so I just try to limit my. It just doesn't get in the way of my sleep.
Adrenal glands and stuff like that. Same thing. I'm not drinking any caffeine right now. Deontrai is actually sponsored by Granite Nutrition with John Meadows. Put his socials here, and then put Granite's up here. They can get a discount, right? If you got a code?
Yeah, I got a code. You guys can check me out on my Instagram. Actually, it'll be in the link below and all that. And the link to my code is in my bio. So you can use Holy Hawk 10 for 10% off of that, whatever you order. So I've
had Granite's high stem. I remember when he signed up with them, and he gave me some of that, and oh my gosh, is that a killer product. It's intense. If you like caffeine and you're looking for a good pre-workout to change it up, man, use this code, get on Granite's website, pick up that high stem. It's really intense. But for me, I'm using a pump product similar to kind of what he took before he came. Just trying to get the blood and the muscle, get the fascia to stretch as we break it down. I'm using Ghost's brand. It's the pineapple flavor. Flash that on camera so they can see that. I like the flavor profile. I also like that they kind of disclose what the ingredients are and stuff, and it's pretty good. So hit those up, add them into your regimen. I'm gonna smash this. I think we're gonna warm up and we're just gonna get into it.
One more thing, I am drinking during my workout, an intra workout. It's called recovery. So it just basically, it's almost like a Gatorade. Replenish your electrolytes as you go about your workout. You know how you sweat, for endurance purposes as well. A little bit extra carbs too to get the muscles going.
Yep. Okay. Done. I'll get it done. I'll create some tasteful content to kind of play it off, cure the narrative, and I'll get it done.
You ever listen to rock when you work out?
Yeah, sometimes. You?
That's when I get. I like 80s, 90s rock.
Wide grip, neutral grip.
Wide.
Wide. That's how you get big, guys. That's how you grow. As you challenge yourself. You want to be the best, you got to be around the best. I was never trying to be the biggest guy in the gym. I mean, look at this guy, because he was always the biggest guy in the gym. But you can build an incredible physique. You know, have a good career, have healthy relationships. This guy is just a different breed.
So one thing I try to tell people, man, if you find yourself going heavy, and you're not able to move the weight, lower the weight, humble yourself, and make sure you're contracting, and make sure you actually are working the muscle. Not letting the weight move you, you move the weight.
And what he means when he says contract the muscle, watch as he comes up, he's squeezing, and then he's stretching the tissue, he's squeezing. That's creating stress and tension. It's introducing stimuli. Breaking down those muscle fibers, getting the blood in there. And then as soon as he gets out of the gym, it's all about recovery. So nutrition, water, and then rest. And then you wake up and you do it all over again. So I see a lot of people doing rack pulls wrong or incorrectly in my opinion, and Deontrai might be able to back me up on this. Where people get their egos involved, they just want to move weight instead of understanding why we're doing this exercise. So Deontrai, tell people the difference between deadlifting from the floor and a rack pull.
He's not bending his knees all the way down. Hence why we're setting it on this bar and not all the way down to the ground. All right? Focus on this more of the lower back. And as he comes up, as you see, he's squeezing. All the blood is flowing to the back. Allows for back thickness. Lower back, some glute, top of the glute, and directly hamstrings. So you guys see me using straps on all of these. One, for a lot of the pulling movements. I'm not using my biceps, mostly pulling through with my elbow. But then I don't need bigger forearms.
My forearms aren't as big as his, so I need that grip strength.
You need these straps, let me know.
Oh God, sorry. I'm like you, like I'm mindful of that stuff. Like I genuinely need to get, because I found myself being able to press and pull stuff, but my grip getting out, which is a sign I'm using too much. So I've had to do more reps, more sets to fatigue me before everything else goes. And I attribute to a big portion, like when I got into it, I think you could probably relate. A lot of my weight training was for performance-based training. So I was doing more main compound movements, and I'm still catching up from like a bodybuilding perspective, you know what I mean? So my chest, back, and legs overpower my shoulders and my arms and my calves. So it's like, I've got to dial back, do more unilateral stuff. So talk about that, man. Talk about how your athletic background made you a better bodybuilder.
With my athletic background, certain movements, the strength component, the fast twitch muscles, just work so many different type of muscles that bodybuilding does. So I think that kind of gave me an advantage when I got into bodybuilding. So that foundation from sports really set the tone for me coming into bodybuilding. Sports training and training like this, big difference, big difference. You know, we're not training so much for performance. You may get performance in the movement, but we're not training for that. It's a different type of style of training. And people don't understand that. They just want to watch these YouTube videos and just watch anybody and everything. But you can't do that. You can't do that because how he lifts and how I lift, totally two different things. And we call it mind muscle connection. He may feel a little bit different than I. You know, so we have to change up how our styles of lifting as well.
I'll step in while he's hitting that. Like right now, if you look, he's doing a barbell rack pull. You see on the ground right here with a hex bar. Some people can connect better with the hex bar over the barbell. It goes into your body type as well. Biomechanically, I'm 5'8", fluctuate between 210 and 220. A deadlift or a back squat, I may respond really well to it. A guy who's 6'4", 210, he might get better progress doing good mornings or leg work on the leg press. I think it's a trial and error thing to figure out what exercises work best for you, and then it's your responsibility to put the work in. One of my favorite exercises is deadlifting and back squatting. Biomechanically, I feel like we have pretty similar body types. We're kind of built for these kind of exercises. 410 pounds on the bar right now. We're doing like 8 to 10 reps.
I love working out with guys like him because as he goes through the movement, I'm not sure if you saw, he looked like he was done, but he pushed himself through the last couple movements. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, my turn. I gotta try to one-up him. Hang around people who are gonna push you.
Thank you for stressing. This is a good working weight, man. I usually do somewhere between here, 400 and 600 pounds on these. Obviously, the heavier it gets, the less repetitions I can do. This is the meat. This is the meat and potatoes, man. Work into it, and then just push yourself.
Smiling like, man, that was good. Can't really spot somebody on those though.
So I've seen one guy spot, and I'll show you how to do it. You take one hand on his chest, the other one behind his back, and in the same motion, you help him at that sticking point, and then that can help get another couple reps. The guy who showed me that, Brent Bates, he used to be a really successful amateur powerlifter. He was massive. Deontrai, he doesn't need it. He's got no excuses. All right, what's next? So he's stretching, and he's coming down and he's contracting. Lat pull downs get you wings. Not Red Bull. I love his t-shirt. That's your brand, right? Yeah. So if you want to support Deontrai and his mission, he's got if you guys don't already follow him, his following base is massive compared to mine. But if you don't follow him, check out his personal page, check out his fitness brand, it's called Campbell's Muscle. They sell really cool t-shirts and stuff. I think this is a new design, so I love that motto, discipline. Looks like it's loading. And on the back side, he's got his logo, real subtle in the back. Go check him out and pick one up, support the team.
I want to show you guys something that's going through this movement. You see, his hands are wide, all right? Once you start feeling it in your biceps, you're not really working your lats. That's why I said we gotta lead with our elbows. Lead down. Good. Try not to work those biceps throughout this movement.
What I do to combat that is watch when he gets in there and he hits his set. I use my hands like hooks. So I was gonna say that. I may start out like where I'm gripping it with my thumbs wrapped around it, but as that tension shifts into my biceps, I recognize that and I let them go. I grab it like a hook, and that helps me remove that tension from my bicep to keep all that weight in my lats. You can't do as much weight, but again, it's not about the weight. It's about how you feel, screwing the muscle up, because your muscle doesn't know if that's 200 pounds or if it's 40 pounds. From a bodybuilding standpoint, if you're just trying to build tissue, you're just trying to shock the body. Don't really care how it gets done. It just needs to be done in a safe and efficient manner.
I want to add something to that, man. I truly think everything is connected, from your pinky toe to everything, top of your head, everything. So when you're pulling with more so the outside, your pinky. So like he said, he's gripping with the overhand kind of grip, and we're more so pulling with our pinky or outside. So as you see, when you're pulling more inwards, your hand tends to go more inwards, connecting your bicep. That's just how I do it, that's how I connect. It may work for you, it may not.
He's actually right, that's a good observation, because as I just hit that set, that is where I feel most of that tension. It's on my pinkies, because you want to keep your elbows in and down. When they're in and down, that's what's going to contract that lat to build those wings. As you can see, his elbows are not out wide and down, they're in and down. All the way to the top, you're stretching and you're coming in and squeezing. So try it out, man. Look at his thumb placement right here. His thumb's not wrapped around the bar. His hands are just hooks. And he's pulling with his back. Those are the things that you learn when you're working with pros. I've been really blessed and lucky. We actually have quite a few. We had quite a few IFBB pros at our gym growing up. He's by far the most successful. I was able to be around those types of people, teach me little things like how to amplify your set. And what he's doing is he's slowing down it'd be the decentric portion, throws in a new stimuli. Once you build a lot of muscle tissue, you gotta start doing stuff like that, and giant sets and supersets to create a new stimuli, because your body, it's homeostatic or static, I don't know how you pronounce it. It doesn't like change, so you have to, it's kind of a weird sport. I feel like you've got to become addicted to like damaging yourself, because that's the only way you'll grow.
When you feel yourself start rocking, using that momentum, there's no need to keep on going heavy. Utilize the weight. Cannot just emphasize that too much. Utilize the weight. Nice, come on. This is your last set. Let's get it.
Should probably do what? 2 to 3 hamstring exercises and 1 more back.
So the back movement, I really like rows or overhead, pullovers.
Okay.
Nice little squeeze.
You could do a superset. Lighten up the weight. Do like 20 and 20.
Yep.
3 sets. All right, so we're gonna let's do 3 sets. Let's change the gripping style.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go wide, neutral, and then under.
So explain why.
For me, you gotta picture your back as like a plane, and you wanna hit it, pull it from every angle. So another way you can sculpt, because if you turn around, because he's an anatomy chart, if you turn around, you can see his lats, his rhomboids, his traps, to hit different parts of the back. A way you can kind of sculpt that and on a more advanced level, condition it you know, when you're at his level, it's grip placement. So wide, it's gonna hit a different part. Inside, it's gonna hit a different part. And then underhand's gonna hit a different part to get a fully developed tissue.
So how I like to explain it, going off of his analogy, is the wider you go, the wider your back you're working.
Yeah, they've got a saying, man, grow to grow.
Overhand and underhand are a big difference as well. Underhand, you're more so because of how your elbow is going, you're gonna hit more of your lower lat. Whereas your overhand, now you're up like this, you're hitting more of a thickness in upper back. Like I said, change the grip, change the motion of your elbow, change the targeting muscle. Here we go. Again, you might see us doing it differently because how he feels and engages in the lat throughout this movement, the back, is a lot different than I. We're all designed way different. Need a lot of weight with this. These are 50s. I used to be one of those gym bros that'd do like 100.
I feel like everybody has to go through that, though. You gotta hurt yourself. Because still, when I tell people getting into the gym, I'm still like, stick to the basics. Compounds. Get those 10, 20 pounds of beginner gains, then start to sculpt it. But in that's where you get too caught up in, I'm the strongest, I want to be the biggest guy. And that's when you'll get imbalances, you'll hurt yourself. Exactly. All right, so we did wide grip first. I'm gonna come in and do more of a overhand, more of a neutral, the standard way of doing it. I like to pull these to my belly button. I try to keep my back is parallel with the ground. And then really the same thing with the lat pull downs. I use my hand like hooks. I may start with my thumbs around the bar, but as I fatigue, when I go to the bottom of the rep, I'll let them go. And I feel all that tension shift to my pinkies. And that's what helps me get that contraction. This is important to strategize your workout, plan it accordingly. You tend to want to start off by getting the muscle warmed up, getting blood pumped in there, then try to hit some of your weaker body parts first. Because as you go through your workout, guess what? You start getting a little bit more fatigued and tired. So you may not be able to work those weaker areas like you're supposed to. Okay. I've got a leg curl thing here. Yep, it's perfect.
I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I point my toes towards me, all right? Because if you ever stretch, like you're just going down to a regular stretch and you point your toes up, you know how they try to tell you to stretch and everything and work those hamstrings? Point your toes up, you're feeling it already in your hamstrings. So now I'm more so pulling with my heels, toes towards me, getting those hamstrings engaged already.
Feel so small when I work out with him. I'm a pretty big dude. He's an animal.
So, we're set,
Yeah, we're done with that.
Okay, like this.
I'm gonna show you guys something you guys may have missed on that one as he goes through this movement. Look at this. His toe is up. You guys missed that, didn't you? All the weight is towards the back. Everything matters and connects. Right here. More towards the heel. His toe is more up. All the pressure is on his hamstrings and his heels.
What he means by that, it's kinetic energy is what it's called. He's bracing his core and he's focusing and his body's in a position to where all the tension is between two joints, his knee joint and his hip joint, and he's isolating his hamstrings. There's levels to it, man. It's not about just push and pulling. I'm telling you, man, sometimes you guys think these big dudes are meatheads. Some of them are the smartest guys in the room.
So that, for me, when I'm on stage working the hamstrings, I'm hitting like a back double bicep, so it looks something like this. I'm setting my legs, and I'm squeezing right here.
So just see all the muscles just pop right there. So something like that. Plus, just for functional purposes, and you don't want to have an imbalanced physique. You start getting injured. So you don't want to, that's why when you see people, talk about they hate leg day or whatever, you got to try to embrace and love leg day, just because you start working your biceps too much, it starts pulling away from your shoulder joints and shoulder muscles. Same thing with your legs. You start having imbalances everywhere, start getting injured. Start getting injuries, I should say. So, yep. While he's out, I'm gonna hit my next set. He's a busy man.
So yeah, Deontrai, he's training for the Arnold Classic. It's his first one. I'd say it's probably the second most popular bodybuilding show in the world. You have to get invited to compete. So only the best of the best do compete, and he's one of them. So right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, go follow him, watch his content. He puts out a lot. He typically tends to document, you know, his journey with each show and stuff, and he's always dropping gems. So what Deontrai's doing, you call these what? Supported good mornings? Like hip supported? Hyper extensions, that's what they're called. He's stepping it up a little bit. He's grabbed a 45-pound plate just to add some extra tension at the bottom and some weight at the top. He'll probably do 10, 20 reps until he gets fatigued. He'll drop the weight and he'll keep going just to push past that threshold. I used to want to compete, like when I like really packed on all the sides, I was up to like 230, 235. There was a point where I was just giving it too much of my attention because it takes a lot to get to here. That's why I have the utmost respect for people who compete, because it takes everything, man. And with everything that I have going on in my career, honestly, just couldn't do it all. So I'm more focused on my career right now and just doing, you know, what I can to get as big as possible and be healthy and have fun. And so I appreciate the words, dude.
When I get up there to the top of the movement, I'm squeezing my glutes, my hamstring, everything. Because in my mind, on stage, I have to have striations, like he said, that conditioning. You can use it as conditioning as well. So I have to get everything conditioned back there to stand out. Small things matter to stand out, like what we're doing right now, right? I want to say something. I was watching Tyler's recent videos he posted. He was doing cardio, and how he said he liked doing it post. So I'm not sure if I saw this or he even mentioned it, but another reason why I like doing post, and I'm gonna add to what he said, was because you don't want to make yourself too tired. You know, you start doing cardio, you're exerting energy, all right? So you want to utilize that in the gym, that energy in the gym. Because this may be new to most of you guys, but lifting weights makes you lose weight faster and burn more fat than cardio, okay? Cardio just helps you get into a caloric deficit, which I'm sure he'll get into at some point throughout these videos, but yeah, that's just something else. You don't want to exert too much energy in the beginning doing cardio. We're not able to put it, that's like warming up before a basketball game, trying to do all these same dunks. But then you're tired. When it comes to game time, you can't perform. So
I see people do that all the time. They'll do 10, 20 minutes of like intense cardio and then do their weight training, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, that's the other thing. Like, as much as people want to say, oh, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a science, and I mean, and we will go into it in the future. But he's exactly right. Like, things are structured a certain way because, I mean, it's a science, it's factual. I'm not going to get semantic, but look at it. I mean, he's clearly right. So, Pete, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Guys, like I said, go check out his channel. We're going to keep rolling. I'm just going to see where this goes. I'm having fun with it so far. I thought the first piece was cool. I know this second piece is going to be cool. You get an inside look on how I train and how Deontrai trains. He's gonna commit. We're gonna try to meet like once a month, maybe twice a month, just to help you guys. We're here to support Deontrai and go follow his journey. Like I said, he's competing in the Arnold Classic. He was top 10 at the Mr. Olympia last year, and I know he'll be on that stage again. So, like always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.